What's going on, Sky Squad? We are back in the building. Yes, we got to talk about some news items today. We're going to be talking about your girl Falynn. She's answering some questions. She's clearing the air on some things that, we needed to know, that we had some more questions about. So I'm glad she's finally getting around to answering these questions. Then we also got to talk about your girl Cynthia Bailey. Is she returning to the Real Housewives of Atlanta or nah? Okay. And then just like we talked about yesterday, y'all, we're going to catch up on Watch What Happens Live with Quad WEBB and Dr. Contessa. Okay. In which, let me tell y'all something. Quad dragged the ever-loving life out of TOYA and a couple of others. Okay. During her appearance on Watch What Happens Live. And Dr. Contessa gave us quite a few answers that we needed to know as well. But our interest is still piqued with regards to this reunion. So we're going to get into all of that. Before we do that, I want to shout out some people in the chatterization. Let me know where you guys are watching from. Y'all know I like to shout out. I see we got Brooklyn in the place to be. Side note, last night I happened to catch In the Heights. I caught a screening of that sponsored by, I think it was AT&T, the Motion Picture Association, and a couple of other organizations. And I just wanted to shout out my boy John Gibson for allowing me to be a part of that. It was a very good movie. I will say that I understand why there is a lot of talk around there being not a lot of Afro-Latino or Afro-Latina talent as leads in that film. But despite that, I will say it was a beautiful story that was told. Who else we got up in here? Durban, South Africa, New Orleans, Dallas, Texas. Someone says, don't forget to send out the text alert. I did send it out just a few moments ago, so you should be getting it shortly. We got Nassau, Bahamas. Who else we got up in the place to be? I see some people saying that they didn't get a notification. I'm not sure what's going on with if that was a YouTube thing or if that was something else. I'm not really sure. There were a lot more people listed in the chat a lot more numbers listed in the chat when I first hit it. So I don't know what happened with that. Maybe something's going on with StreamYard, but we're going to continue nonetheless because y'all know how we do. But I did send out the texting notification. So that did go out. Unless there's something going on with the texting app. Okay, we got Stockton, California. Susie Gross says, I just got a notification. Aaron says, I just got a notification. Shout out from Barbados. LaShandra says, it's a YouTube thing. I got the Facebook notification. Interesting. YouTube, what's going on today? We ain't got time for this madness. We got things to talk about, y'all. We got things to talk about. Y'all ready to get into it? Y'all ready to get into it? Let's get into it. Okay. Shout out to our people over at the good Atlanta _Housewives, one of my favorite peeps on Instagram. Okay. Over the weekend, I don't know if you guys happen to catch this or not, so we're going to recap it. Okay. Your girl Falynn did the little question and answer type situation, where somebody asks a question and then she provide an answer. Okay. So the questions were listed as such. Let's get into it. Now, make sure y'all give Atlanta _Housewives a follow as well, all right? So the first question that they posted was that you and the lover in the video that Simon posted? Did you cheat on him first? Okay. She says, I realized I haven't addressed this, which is the only reason why I'm doing so now. No, that was not a video of me cheating, and I never cheated in my marriage, nor would I bring a man to our home where my children sleep. I had access to all of those cameras. The end. Okay, so here she's letting us know that it was an untruth that was told. Okay, she's alleging that didn't happen. Okay, she's alleging that there was no cheating involved. So where did Simon get the cheating from? That's what I want to know. How did we get here? Okay, if there was in fact no cheaterization going on, does that make you guys look at the situation any different? Given that she's saying that there's no cheating involved, I want to know what you think. Okay. The next thing that she commented on was this, and this was a big thing that was talked about. The question was, "Are you pregnant?" She says this rumor came from a hurt person. I'm assuming that she means Simon, okay, because that's who I felt like we heard it from, okay, in the print. And then she says, if when I am pregnant, that will be my story to share, not the world's, not to share with the world, not a man's. So interesting that she says, if when I am pregnant, that will be my story to share. So, that question kind of can go a couple of different ways, okay, depending on the wordplay, okay? Depending on that wordplay, that question could go a couple of ways. Now, I'm assuming that she's saying she's not expected, but I'm just saying that if when, it could go a couple of different ways, okay? Then the question was, do you have any hard feelings towards Porsha? She says this, I do not have any feelings for a person who does not travel on the same frequency as I. Now, that kind of sounds like a little shade, okay? Because, you know, it's shade, it's shade, but it's not shade. It's clever. I mean, she got some clever wordplay here. If you think about it, it's some good wordplay. Because she's saying that they don't travel on the same frequency. That could be a good thing. That could be a bad thing. Depends on how you take it. Okay. Y'all let me know in the chatterization what y'all think. Okay. She says the question is, when is everyone going to admit that this is all a fake? This is all fake and for a storyline. Okay. Because I have been thinking somebody was going to yell out psych in just a minute. Okay. But anyway, she said maybe for some people, but as for me, I'm still waiting on Ashton Kutcher to pop out of a bush. So clearly she is, feeling a little bit blindsided by all of this as well. And she says, somebody else said, how long were you with Simon and his children? She says 5 years. Aside from all of the noise, we have had some beautiful family memories I wouldn't take back 1 second. That was classy. I like this response. I like most of her responses. She says, the question is, are you finally experiencing happiness now that you're free? She says, yes, me and my boys literally laugh until we're crying and blue in the face every day. I love it here. The next question is, why do you still have his last name? She says, I am trying to change it, have been for a while now. I'm assuming that the process of changing your last name is long. Let me know. I don't know if that's the case. I mean, I think for a lot of people who may be married, you guys can definitely answer this question. I have not figured out whether or not I'm going to change my last name or not. So I have not investigated that process, but I don't know. Well, let me answer this and because Yasmin, I get what you're saying too. She says the fans confused me. They wanted to be quiet and spill the tea at the same time. For me, these were questions some of these were questions that I had anyway. And so I'm glad they're being answered in this way because I had the same questions. The pregnancy thing had not been addressed because that came out after the preview for the interview. So obviously the interview had already been shot and they weren't able to answer that question. Also about the cheating too. I wanted to know that too. And she finally addresses that here. Now the pregnancy thing, the the wordplay there is a little bit confusing, but at least she addressed the cheating rumors because I felt like that needed to be addressed. Okay. Moving forward, she also says, the question is, are you divorced yet? She says, nope, counting the days, but I've definitely moved on. Okay. Winky face. Then it's, do you believe in love? Sure, I do. I believe in it more than ever now. And then, will you be on the next season of The Real Housewives of the Atlanta? No. Okay. No. Nope. We ain't gonna see her at all. Okay. At all. So there you have it with regards to Falynn and whether or not she would be back. Okay. The divorce is not finalized yet. I do think that can take a little bit of time. So, I don't know. Meanwhile, your girlfriend Porsha is out living her best life, celebrating her birthday. Shout out to the Porsha Williams and her birthday. Happy birthday, Porsha. Y'all do know it's cancer season up into his naive. So shout out to all my cancers. If you are a cancer and I just want you to just chime down in that good chatterization and let us know, because your brother is a cancer, okay? I am sensitive. All right? Sensitive, slightly emotional, although my friends would tell you that I'm not emotional, but just a little bit of tidbit about me in case you're wondering, okay? Let's keep it on moving. Because while Falynn may not be returning to the Real Housewives of Atlanta, there's word on the curb and speculation that your girl Cynthia Bailey may not be returning either. Okay? Here we go. I see some cancers in the place, y'all. Hey, Sharon, you got my birthday, July 16th. Hey, cancer season. I see y'all. Okay, y'all looking good, cancers. I see y'all. Anyway, all right. Shout out Tina. I meant to holler. Yes, Tina. Come on now. Come on, 14. Hey, Sherry. Hey, Richie, I've been MIA, but I wanted to send you some love. Thank you, boo. Appreciate you. We appreciate you and send you some love right on back. Come on, I see y'all birthdays up in this place to be. Oh, we got a lot of cancers. Oh, happy birthday, Jennifer. Come on now. I'm sorry, y'all. I just had to shout out my people. Y'all know what I'm saying. And y'all know we like to have fun on this channel, so y'all used to it by now. Okay, let's get into it. Cynthia Bailey, y'all. Cynthia Bailey. Okay. Cynthia Bailey's in the house, and she done changed that Instagram bio. Now, first things first, before I get into it, okay? I want y'all to know that we speculate about this every year, okay? Every year we speculate about it, okay? Is Cynthia Bailey coming back or is she not? Now, I'm gonna tell y'all, I did an interview with her for Suave magazine a couple of weeks ago. And in it, she addressed this very point right here. She said in that interview, every season, okay? Hold on, California Cutie, off subject, can you wish my son, Micah Lee, a happy birthday? Micah, happy birthday, bro. Sorry, y'all had to get that in. All right. She did in the interview, she said every season people are speculating that she's not coming back. And every season she says she is usually one of the first to receive her contract. And I admitted in the interview, I said, Cynthia, I was one of those people. I am people. And I have always thought it, not because I feel like it's mostly because people feel like she's had a great arc on the story. Yes, AC Ward, her story has been told, okay? I love her, leave classy. You know what I'm saying? And it's not, I think people know. I think people understand, like, people root for Cynthia Bailey. They want Cynthia Bailey to win. Nobody wants her to lose. Everybody believes in Cynthia Bailey. You know what I'm saying? Sherry says, let me say I like Miss Bailey, but she gives auntie vibes all day long. Okay, yeah, exactly. Thank you for the super chat. We got another super chat in the building. I love 50 Cent. I like my reality TV balance. All of us don't gravitate towards the drama. That's a very good point, Stephanie. I will say that is a very, very good point. And when I left that interview, I will tell you, having gotten a better vibe from Cynthia in terms of just being able to kind of converse with her, she got a good energy. She's got a good energy about herself. And I think that, and I understood why they kept bringing her back. Because I will tell you guys this, working in the industry, a lot of people get a lot of work because they're liked, okay? They're well liked. And you will often find that there are people who get a lot of opportunities in the entertainment industry or otherwise. You may even be able to look at this on your corporate job or your day job, that there are people out there who get a lot of opportunities, just because they're very well liked. They fit within the system. They understand how to, play ball. You know what I'm saying? And deliver when they need to deliver, right? So with that being said, it's understandable to me why she had been asked back so many times. Now, let's get into the tea though, okay? We got another super chat real quick. Camila Westbrook says, Cynthia provides nothing to Real Housewives of Atlanta. She's not a villain, bone carrier, nor overly beloved. The cast needs something different. Now, here is what I will agree with you, and thank you so much for that, Camila, okay? I just feel like Atlanta needs a little bit of a shakeup anyway, but let's get into it. So Real Housewives franchise is basically, letting us know that she has removed Real Housewives of Atlanta from her Instagram bio, okay? So filming is set to begin for season 14 very soon, and with the reported cast shakeup, it has people speculating that Cynthia will be leaving the show. Now, I will just point out to you that in real time, just to give you guys an idea of what exactly is happening with Miss Cynthia Bailey, when you do take a look at her Instagram page, you definitely see all of her business enterprises, the Bailey Wine Cellar, CBVR, the Bailey Agency, her talent agency, Seagram's Escapes, and she links to Noelle's, Instagram page. Now, I will say this. There's oftentimes in between seasons when a lot of the housewives will remove, the Real Housewives tag from their Instagram. I don't know if that's for a negotiation tactic, if it's to get like some type of attention. I don't know what it is, to be quite honest with you, but I noticed that it does happen. So to me, this could just be one of those types of situations where she's maybe just removed it because maybe she's in negotiations. She hasn't signed her contract yet. Who knows? Who knows? But I have been hearing that there is going to be a cast shakeup happening with the Real Housewives of Atlanta, as has been widely reported. Okay, Angelique F says, Cynthia is a whole grown woman, and I really like seeing her relationship with her daughter. Keep her on. Okay. That's fair. Thank you so much for that super chat. We had another one come in from Brandon Gant, who says, production has been so bad lately that I don't think we get a good picture of what is really going on with the women of Real Housewives of Atlanta. Cynthia seems like a quiet spot, but her story also feels complete. Exactly. And I think that's really been the thing. Her storyline seems to be complete on this show. She's had a great arc. From marriage to divorce to remarriage, having a good man, having a great career, having all these great side projects. I mean, it just kind of seems like it may be time to, bring in some fresh blood, on the scene. And Toya, yes, you're correct. They all kind of do that between shows, between seasons. So it wouldn't surprise me if this was, just another one of those sort of tactics, because I had honestly heard that everybody had been asked back, to be quite honest with you. But I've also heard that there's a cast shakeup happening. So who knows what will shake up? We'll find out in a couple of weeks. Moving right on along, and I know somebody said that she would make a very good friend of Real Housewives of Atlanta, so that could possibly be something as well. Okay, we'll see. We'll see how that shakes out. The other thing that I want to talk to you about, there was some Candace Dillard Bassett news that I had originally placed in the title. I'm actually going to put that on for tomorrow because I try to keep the videos at a certain time frame, and I didn't want to run over that with having an additional story. So I'm pushing that story till tomorrow unless something else big happens. Right now, we're going to talk about what I promised that we would talk about yesterday, and that is your girls, Quad and Contessa, did Watch What Happens Live Sunday night, okay? Chime down in the chatterization, okay? Before we move on, I want to acknowledge Bruce's super chat. It says, it's hard to assume that because Porsha and Kenya didn't have Real Housewives of Atlanta in their bios either. Exactly. So one never knows. We'll just have to wait and see. We'll see how it plays out. Thank you for that super chat. Now let's get into it, okay? Let's get into it. Now, listen. This episode of Watch What Happens Live was good, okay? It was good. It was good, all right? And y'all know this is exactly what I'm about to talk about in just 1 second. So trust and believe. We're going to get to it, okay? We're going to get to it. But Quad and Contessa appeared on the show. Was it me or did Quad? I mean, listen, Quad looks amazing as always. Both of the ladies looked like, I mean, they look good. But Quad looked a little different to me. Did she look a little different to anybody else? I mean, I don't know what the case was, but she looked a little different. I don't know what it was. And I thought it was just me, but apparently y'all saw it too. I don't know what it was. Okay, but she still looked good to me. Okay, let me go and state that first. But she looked different. I can't explain it. I don't know what it was. Anyway, here's what we got from this episode of Watch What Happens Live. And let me tell y'all something. It was a doozy. And I will say that Quad and Contessa made for, well, really, especially Quad. Quad makes for a great guest. Quad needs to be full-time on Married to Medicine because she knows how to give good tea, throw a lot of shade, okay? And she's entertaining to watch. A Ward says, Contessa looks good. Her husband is intimidated by her strength. You go, girl. Thank you so much for that super chat, boo. Okay, so here it is. All right. So Quad says she feels like Scott needs some fine tuning as a husband. And Contessa says that she found a lot of inappropriate things on Dr. Scott's phone. And she never got down to the bottom of his situation with the life coach. Okay, so let's get into that. First, thank you so much for this super chat. I feel like I missed one. I probably did. Let's see here. It was The Life of Ashley Hicks. Thank you so much. Who says the girls are serving looks, maybe a little Botox. Okay, let me see if I can catch up to that super chat so I can place it. Here it is. I don't know what it was. I assumed it might have been some type of filler or maybe just light makeup or something. I don't know. But she looks good. So let me come back on the screen real quick because I want to say this. Contessa says that she found some other inappropriate things on Scott's phone. This ain't looking too good because clearly she found some naked photos on the phone. Okay. Yesterday, we talked about how he said he did not know how they got there. Because we believe that, okay? Don't nothing get on your phone like that unless you put it there, okay? And then there was the idea that he allegedly requested these photos. So what else, what other kind of inappropriate stuff has she found on the phone? Was it text messages? Okay. Kobe says Quad used to be chocolate. Now she's Contessa's color. So what else? What else did she find on the phone? That's what I really want to know. Okay, yeah, this is sounding. It's sounding Skywalker. You hit the nail on the head. This is real. Scott is giving Martell Hope vibes. Okay, he's giving Martell vibes, and it's not a good look. Okay, it's not a good look. Okay. Did the airdrop? Did the photos get airdropped? He must have. He, like I said yesterday, he must have left his airdrop on. Okay. Whew. Listen. She does indicate that they did start therapy 2 weeks ago. Okay. So they are in therapy, but she has not gotten down to the bottom of the life coach situation. See, to me, that's a problem because you have got to find an answer to that question one way or another. Is it Kevin Johnson? Okay. Is it some woman that he met off the internet? Or is it all a sham, a scheme, okay, to make her jealous? All right. Okay. So I see y'all talking about how I pronounce Contessa's name. I do that because Dr. Heavenly used to call Contessa. Okay, I know it's Contessa. Y'all, some of y'all chill out. This is in fun. Okay, it's in fun. Whew. Anyway, Quad said Heavenly was buying the fake bags. Okay, when they was playing a game, and this is the game right here that they was playing where they are asked questions, and Andy asked them questions, and they have to say which cast member would do this. So when asked about who would be most likely to buy fake bags, Quad said that it would be Dr. Heavenly, which kind of shocked me because I thought they was back cool again. But they go back and forth like that. When asked who spends the most on bad fashions, Quad said Dr. Simone. Okay. When asked who spent the most on nips and tucks, Quad said Heavenly. Okay. When asked who was the cheapest, Quad said Contessa. And when asked who was the most likely to live beyond their means, Quad said Toya. And who had the most expensive mortgage, she didn't know. Now, this was interesting here. When asked about, we got a super chat from Asata who says that man lying. He asked for those pictures he wanted to see. Okay. I mean, how else you get some photos like that? How else? Riddle me that. We got another one says something was definitely different with Quad's face, possibly enhancement or maybe the updo. Okay, it could have been the updo. I don't know. Thank you for that super chat. Okay. Quad said that her biggest regret when they were asked about what their biggest regrets were from the season, Quad said not being full time. We talked about whether or not Quad was going to be full time or part time, as the season was ramping up. And, the word on the street was that she had a contract, and she was wavering on whether or not to take it. And so, interestingly enough, her biggest regret is not being full time. And to be quite honest with you, that's one of my biggest regrets as well. Okay. I definitely think that she should have been full time because she brought a lot of energy to the show that we're used to having on Married to Medicine, and it was definitely noticeably missing when she wasn't on the episodes. So I do agree with that. Contessa says that her biggest regret was throwing the napkin at Anila when she had that confrontation with Anila and her mama when she was trying to leave because she was getting into it with Toya. Okay. When Andy commented that she's not wearing her wedding ring, she says that she's wearing a band, and that's because they are working through things. So Contessa right now is not wearing her wedding ring. Interesting. She also thinks it's super creepy that Carrie was listening to her and Scott argue because she did not approach her by herself. She went straight to Toya instead of coming to her directly to check on her and then bringing a camera crew back with her. Okay. Ashley, did I see Dr. Heavenly's live with Anila? I only saw clips of it via OMFG reality TV. I think that's what it was on. And in it, okay, Dr. Heavenly went ham on Carrie Wells, okay? Talking about how Carrie had allegedly stole her husband from some other woman, okay, before they got married. Dr. Heavenly went bananas, okay? She went ballistic on Carrie, all right? But let's get to the major T and how Quad dragged Toya, because this was shocking to me, okay? So when asked to say some nice things about Toya, Quad, her first thing was that she said that Toya is a subpar mom because she couldn't teach her kids during the pandemic as a former teacher. Okay. I was a little shocked by that one. Mostly because I know it's very sensitive, not being a mom myself, but I have always heard, particularly amongst women, that it is a very not so nice thing to do to come at somebody's mothering. Okay. I feel like I cringed a little bit when she said it, I didn't even know how to take it. I was just taking my notes and I was like, no, she didn't. No, she didn't. No, she did not. Because the moment you start mentioning someone's mothering, it kind of extends to a person will hear that you are calling them a subpar mom, and then they will think about how that reflects on the kids. And therefore, they will not only just hear you calling them a subpar mom, they will also mentally somehow factor the kids into that equation. Okay. And people always say the children are off limits. So I just kind of felt like Quad went a little too far with that one, because I definitely know Toya is not going to appreciate that, and she's not going to let that go. Okay. So we can probably expect this to come up next season, which is again why I say they need to start filming right now. Okay. So yeah, that kind of made me cringe a little bit. I was like, ooh, no, oh no, no. Wrong road, Quad, wrong road. She also goes on to call Lisa Nicole a fraud for the entire panorama testing situation. Okay. That whole scandal. She calls her a fraud. So I don't know. I just think that it's going to be a difficult road for Quad and Toya moving forward, because that's a sensitive topic right there. It's a real sensitive topic. And, I know a lot of people did not appreciate that, not one bit. The part mom comment, I didn't like that. So I don't know. Kimberly Keaton says, while it's not cool, Toya put that out there. She wants to play tennis and drink. Eugene has to come home and cook. She's a mother who stays at home. I guess this is how I feel about it. I laughed. And I will admit, I laughed when she talked about how she was, running around playing, tennis all day. But at the end of the day, I'm not a mom. So I can't really comment on that so much. Thank you for that super chat, Kimberly. Appreciate you. So anyway, we'll have to see how that plays out, because I guarantee you that is not going to sit well with Toya moving forward. Again, I like Quad. I love the energy that she brings in general. I think that she's a good fit for this show. She brings this spunky firecracker-like energy. Shar says two is hard to handle. Okay, two childs, because she did say childs. Okay. I can imagine two children being hard to handle. I'm afraid to get one. Okay. I want a kid, but I'm so afraid. I'm like, I feel like it seems overwhelming to me. So my hats are always off to, parents, single parents, 2-parent household, 3-parent households, having a community raise your child, however you choose, however you get it done. My hat's off to you. You know what I mean? Bruce says Dr. Heavenly said Lisa Nicole wasn't going to be returning next season, but she said she knew Carrie was. Quad needs to be full-time and Mariah needs to return. Personally speaking, and I saw that part, I feel like I would bring all of them back. I would bring Lisa Nicole back too, because Lisa Nicole makes from good TV. Yasmin says, I feel conflicted about this one. I don't like mom shaming. I also giggle because Toya is the one who said all she do is play tennis and drink. That's how I felt too. I was giggling when she said it, but when Quad took it that extra step and said subpar, I was like, okay, I don't know. You might have went a little too far with that one. Okay. But it is what it is at this point. Y'all know. It is what it is. Isata says, are you ready for Basketball Wives when it comes back, Richie? I'm ready for Basketball Wives when it comes back. Y'all know for me, I'm all for the nostalgia of it all. So give me some Brooke Bailey, give me some, Duffy, Angel, Brinks, British, bring them all back. Now, what I would really love is if they brought Drea back, but I doubt we ain't ever gonna get another Drea on that show, okay? Drea is like, she is not coming back to that show. Side note, did y'all know Drea was on LA's Finest? I was like, okay, Drea, I see you out here getting your acting on. I see you out here. But y'all know what? Real Housewives of Potomac is about to be lit. I can't wait for that to come back. I cannot wait for that to come back. I cannot wait for that to come back. Ooh, I can't wait for it to come back. Okay. Yes. I will be reviewing the encore. I will continue to do that. So we will get more of the encore. Okay. The only time I may not review it is there's 1 week where I'm going on vacation for my birthday. So that week I may not do it unless I just get a second to do it. I will do it. Toya says, I feel like Quad was extra on Watch What Happens Live. She didn't have to bring that up. How about Quad comment on people's mothering skills when she has had one of her own? Whoop. That's the sound of the police. I mean, listen. Shout out to everyone who has commented. I appreciate your commentary on these topics. Let me see if there's anything else. Yes, July is going to be popping. We got Potomac. We got Love and Hip Hop. We got Love and Marriage Huntsville. The encore is still going to be on. What else? I feel like something else is coming out. So our weeks are going to be busy with recaps. So just know that, it's about to be, July is about to be popping. Do I watch Family Karma or Shahs of Sunset? I have never seen Family Karma. The only reason I haven't is because I've I want to watch it because everybody says it's good, but there's only so many shows I can watch. And a lot of times when I'm watching a show, I want to review it too. So I haven't seen it. Shahs of Sunset, I'm familiar with it, but I've never really gotten that much into it. But I've heard it's good. Let's see here. Let me see. Yes, the networks are keeping us in the house for the summer. Okay. I did not know that, Grace. I did not know that. Let me see if there was anything else that you guys had asked. It's fun to answer the questions that you guys have. Will I be back on B Scott's podcast anytime soon? Love you on there. I will be back whenever they invite me back. I had a blast. They were just so, oh my God, they were so awesome. I laughed the entire time. Such a good group. I caught the first episode of that. Tiana and Iman, when they did the preview on Bravo the other night. I would watch it. Toya, what was your comment? And I'm sorry I missed it. Let's see. Do I like Love and Hip Hop Atlanta? I do, actually. I really do. It'll be interesting to see. I'm doing a podcast at 2 p.m. with a friend of mine from the What Else Is Going On podcast, and we're going to talk about that today at 2 p.m. Let's see. Oh, okay. That would be fire. That would definitely be fire. Taekwon, you says I missed your super chat. I'm sorry. I didn't see it. And I can't scroll back up to it. So I apologize for that. And thank you for that. Do I watch Growing Up Hip Hop? I have not seen this season. I'm kind of in and out of that show. I like it, but I don't watch it faithfully. I've never seen this show. People have said it's good, though. Grace Turner says the industry on blast says Sheree got married. I'll have to check into that. And thank you for alerting me to that. Remember that show being Bobby Brown with Whitney Houston back in the days? Richie, it came on Bravo. I remember that. And I'm just so mad that they don't own I don't think they own the footage to that anymore. So it's hard to find. Okay, y'all. Listen. Oh, okay. My daughter said the Black TikTok dancers are on strike because other groups are still in the dances and keeping them as their own. I will definitely be doing Bell Collective when it comes back on. Oh, okay. So I'll search it on YouTube. Boom. Okay, y'all. Let me go get ready for this interview for my podcast. I will be back tomorrow with more news. I'm not sure if it'll be a video or a live. Depends on what's coming out. If it's something that we need to talk about, I'll definitely go live. If it's just some kind of quick news, then I'll do a video. With that being said, I know y'all know this, but in case nobody told you, today, I love you. Somebody loves you, and you know it's me. Make sure you guys tell somebody else you love them. Spread some love, spread some joy, y'all. We could all use a little bit of it. And with that being said, we'll catch you guys in the next video.